What's up, y'all? It's your girl Shay Renee, and I had to come back on to talk about the Real Housewives of New Jersey and Teresa and her short forehead and small brain. Let's just get into it, shall we? All right, y'all, let's do some housekeeping. So go on over to healisticthings.com and get you some healing herbal teas, child, because we don't want to be as dumb as Teresa, because that'll help keep your body cleansed and your brain fresh and ready to go. And get you some sea moss gel that's going to help you keep all those joints nice and clean and keep the body serene. All right, now let's get into it. Now, y'all, Real Housewives of New Jersey is one that I struggle with because Teresa really gets on my nerves. She is queen of double standards. Everybody got to have her back, but she don't got to do nothing to have nobody else's back. It's basically the Kiss Teresa's ass show. And I'm not really down for all of that because I ain't kissing Teresa's ass and I don't want to watch nobody else do it either. But nevertheless, let's talk about it. So the episode starts out with Teresa storming off, child, in her rose gold Range Rover, which I absolutely love. Okay, I'm going to get me a Range Rover one day, but the way these gas prices set up, not I, said the cat. But anyway, she leaves Jennifer to host everybody, and mind you, don't nobody like Jennifer right now. So she done had everybody switch the party over to Jennifer's house, and you leave Jennifer because you're pissed that you think that when everybody comes over, they're going to ask about Louis and his crazy and deranged video that he made, which you're on national TV. Do you think nobody's going to talk about your life? And if nobody had talked about that situation with Louis, what else would you have to talk about this season? I'll wait. I won't. So in the next scene, everyone ends up riding over to Jennifer and Bill's house, and Jennifer that lets everybody know, listen, Teresa ain't here. She stormed off earlier. I don't know if she's coming back because she's basically thinking that y'all gonna bring up stuff about Louis or whatever. And Marge is like, well, it is very questionable the stuff that he's doing. So, I mean, why don't they just address it and move on? Like it's not even that deep or whatever the case may be. So Jackie says, no offense, but Teresa should just stand. Jackie says she should just stand up for her man if the rumors aren't true, because that's what she told Jackie to do last season with Evan. When she came and went to Jackie's house and walked around saying, oh, I heard he gets blowjobs in the bathroom at the gym. So it's okay for her to go around and do that. But nobody can talk to her man about the crazy shit that he got that's on the internet. That's actually true because it's him in the video doing the crazy shit. Okay. So they all sit down. Melissa brings up the fact that she never would think that she would be at Jennifer's house for a cookout because she don't like that bitch. And so Jennifer says, I just think that, I play with you a lot and, little digs are just for fun, whatever. And Melissa looking at her like, look here, little bitch, your little digs are not fun. And you think you're slick. I know that you call my husband a crook. And what we not about to do is act like that's okay. Okay? Because you, my friend, are not my friend. And I'm about to let you know how I really feel about your tacky ass. Okay? That's what Jennifer should have said. Melissa should have said. So Melissa is upset with Jennifer, and she gonna address that shortly. So Teresa ends up bringing her short forehead and thick head ass on into the damn cookout that she put together at somebody else's house. So Teresa they get in the van to go over there, and they're talking about Margaret and how she's going to be talking about Louis and how she's pissed off about the fact that Margaret keeps on trying to bring up the situation with Louis and the video that he made. So I'm just like, girl, you can talk about everybody else's stuff, but nobody can ask your boyfriend anything. Like I'm just so sick of Teresa and the double standards. It just really gets on my damn nerves. So anyway, as they're on their way there, she's upset with Margaret. She's telling Louis about it. They arrive. Uh, Dolores and Frank arrive before Teresa and Louis. And there's just this really awkward silence. So Teresa and Louis finally get there. Tracy is like, okay, so is anybody going to address the elephant in the room? And so Marge ends up saying, Well, Jennifer said you left in a fit earlier, Teresa, in a huff. So, what happened? Like, why'd you leave so quickly? And Teresa's like, I didn't leave. I didn't leave in a huff. I didn't leave quickly. Teresa, you do know you on TV by now, right? We can see your ass leaving the house in a damn huff, which Margaret keeps trying to make a thing, which is like, no one wants to say huff, Margaret. Okay, so just knock it off. Stop saying it. She left quickly. Okay. So moving right along, Teresa denies it, and then she says, well, getting to the point, if any of y'all got anything to say about me and I hear that y'all talking about me behind my back, it's gonna be a problem or whatever. So whatever you gotta say, go ahead and say it right now, because if I hear that you talking about me behind my back, it's gonna be a problem. First of all, Teresa, you ain't gonna do shit. You and your empty-headed ass ain't gonna do nothing to nobody. And I don't care if it's a table in here to flip, you'll be under it. Okay, because you are just dumb, stupid, and nobody cares. Who you think you're threatening? Short brow? Get out of here. Anyway, she gets on my nerves. And the next scene, Marge said nothing is going on behind your back, but I think people were just concerned about the video. And Teresa says, whatever happened in Louis' past is his past and it's none of your business. You just need to think about what's happening now. We're happy. We've been together for a year. You just need to be happy that I'm happy. Well, bitch, I don't have to be happy about you being happy. I don't really give a damn that you're happy. You can get glad or be sad. I don't give a good goddamn. I don't have to kiss your ass. We are on a TV show together. Obviously, he's been playing Georgia the Jungle on camera, and I want to know why. So, what happened, Louis? And Louis is trying to calm Teresa down because she keep talking over him. You ain't gotta say nothing. You ain't gotta say nothing to her. You ain't gotta. Teresa, you and your wig need to shut the hell up and sit down. Sit down. Nobody want to hear none of that and see all them antics that you're doing right here. You're doing too much. So Louis said, listen, if you don't pipe the fuck down, I'm going to go ahead and leave because I ain't got time for this. And then he's like, you got to let them know because if you don't, they won't learn. What you educating Teresa on, Louis? Because you was doing videos begging somebody to be with you, and then you lied about it just then and said you wasn't. But anyway, then he tells Margaret, because her and Teresa are still going back and forth. He's like, you wouldn't intimidate me on your best day. Okay, overtans Louis. Shut the hell up. Okay, get out of the tan box because it's obviously frying your brain up. Okay, you shut up. So then he says that he'll address it, and that's it. So he says that in a video he was apologizing to an ex because he wasn't going to marry her. He was basically breaking up with her with ease, I guess. That's what he was trying to convey. And he said that, the woman was just he just didn't want to be with her. He didn't know how to go about properly telling her that she just wasn't the one for him and it just wasn't going to be. Which I saw the video. You were begging her to come back to you, whoever this was, and you were saying that you want to get married to her and you're sorry about your previous indiscretions. So here's my thing, Louis the liar. You are on national TV, sir. Everybody done seen this video. So why the hell would you blatantly lie like that? Unless you know that little dummy sitting next to you gonna believe everything you say. And Teresa, everybody done seen the video. I know your dumb ass saw the video too. So you gonna sit up here and let old boy lie like this to your face? He over here playing in your face, girl. Burnt and all. And it ain't from the sun that y'all been sitting in. Whatever. So Louis tells his lie, child. And then Teresa, continues to clap back. And then, let me see. Teresa says, well, are you happy now? And Joe says, whatever, Teresa. She's like, all of you guys all just want to gossip. And Joe was like, you all freaking gossip, especially your friend Jennifer. And then he was like, she called me a crook. Is that okay? And Teresa deflects and says, you hang out with Margaret and she came after Jennifer. Are you fucking dumb, Teresa? So you are telling Joe that he shouldn't hang out with Margaret because she went after Jennifer, that called him a crook. I don't give a fuck about Jennifer if I'm Joe. So what the fuck are you talking about right now? This don't make no damn sense. Teresa is an empty-headed bitch. And I don't know how anybody has a conversation with her without slapping the shit out of her. Somebody need to slap her to put her brain back in place, because I really think it's just off track, and somebody just need to smack the fuck out of her one good time, or flip a table over her damn head so that her brain can get back in position. Because clearly that motherfucker has been knocked out the socket for about 10 years now, or ever since she been on this show, because she's dumb. Okay. So that's just my opinion. I don't promote no violence on this channel, but whatever. Anyway, so now Margaret and Jennifer are going back and forth, and Jennifer says, "You exposed a secret we didn't want out there." And Jennifer says she wasn't fishing for information on anybody. And Melissa says, yes, the fuck you were, because you were fishing about information about Evan. And so Teresa yells in and says she wasn't fishing about information about anybody. I'm like, Teresa, how you know? You wasn't there. And she admitted that she asked somebody about Evan, and she was, trying to solidify or validate that he was getting head in the bathroom at the gym. So I'm like, and please believe, if she had found out, she would have had it all on the national TV of the Bravo. Okay, so don't even try it. So Teresa defends, as she's defending her, Melissa says Jennifer can ask questions about Evan, and that's not digging. But if someone asks about Louis, that's not digging. So Melissa says, you're over here defending Jennifer, and she's nothing but a little fucking hater. And she says, don't ask for loyalty when you're not being loyal, talking to Teresa. And so Jennifer calls Joe a little, she was like, and this little bitch boy over here, first of all, I would have knocked the fuck out of Jennifer. You will not call my husband a bitch boy in my face. Bitch, that better be the one thing you do try to say behind my back, because what you not gonna do is disrespect my husband in front of me. Oh, you know you fucking lying. Ain't no damn way. So then Melissa says, you're over here so Melissa gets up and she addresses her, like, to her face, like, I know you ain't talking about my husband like that. And so they're going back and forth and basically having a little, the girls like to tussle. So they tussling back and forth, child. And Dolores had to come over there and break it up. So in the midst of all the minutia, Tiki walks in, and Jennifer is going back and forth, still yelling, and then yelling at Jackie, telling everyone to leave, saying saying Jackie tried to be her friend. But then she says something about Bill sticking his dick in someone, and Jackie says, well, he did, which he did. I don't even understand why that's a thing. Like, she's stating the obvious. He did fuck somebody. Are you late? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't understand the delusions of grandeur of these dumbass women. Is this a trend in Jersey to be stupid? I don't understand. I apologize to women of Jersey, but these women are a poor representation. I'm just saying. Like, are you kidding me? And Jennifer is Turkish. I don't know what Turkish coffee she been drinking every morning that's clouding her vision, but she need to get it together. You need to get it together, because your husband did stick his dick in somebody else. So you mad at her because she stated the obvious. Unbelievable. Okay, whatever. So everyone leaves Jennifer. Teresa and Dolores sit down and they talk to Jennifer and says, and Jennifer says, why did your brother get involved? First of all, I would be telling her, first of all, what you're not going to do, because I don't care if we friends or not, what you will never do is call my brother a bitch. Okay. Let's make that very clear, because you lucky I didn't slap the shit out of you. Don't ever call my brother a bitch. That's what I would have been saying to you, little bitch. Okay. Because woo, child, ain't nobody ever gonna disrespect my man, my child, or anybody in my damn family, okay? Because you gonna get slapped the fuck out of. I'm just telling you the truth. So Teresa tells Melissa that Jennifer is gonna make it better, because Melissa is texting Teresa from the van because she's heated. She's pissed, because the problem with the family and Teresa is Teresa wants everybody to defend her. If somebody say one of her hairs are out of place, she ready to send the dogs out on them. But let somebody talk about somebody that she likes, or something about, or she say something about somebody else, or talk about somebody else's friend, and if they're not on her side, she's pissed. So she don't gotta have nobody's back, but everybody gotta have her back. That's why I wouldn't hang out with no bitch like her, because we couldn't be friends, because I would end up, it wouldn't be a good situation. It just wouldn't be. So the next morning, everyone's talking about the night before. Jennifer tells Bill he allowed them to gang up on her, and he didn't defend her or step in. And he's like, "Well, what the hell did you want me to do? Like, what was I supposed to say?" But I'm just like, yeah, Bill, you probably could have stepped in just a little bit. I don't know. But he's a surgeon, so he probably ain't trying to fuck his hands up. So he like, y'all be doing too much. And if somebody had to smack one of my fingers off, that's millions of dollars out of our household. So what you want me to do? I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm just go ahead and be over here and head out. That's what Bill did. So Marge was talking to Joe, so everybody having little side conversations together with their spouse. Marge talked to Joe and said Louis lied about the video because he was proposing to the chick, not apologizing. And then Teresa wants to talk to Louis about what happened, and he's like, "Can we just not talk about the night before and kiss?" I'm like, this man is a damn freak. Like, he ain't. All he want to do is put his sausage in Teresa all damn day. Like, I don't understand. Y'all on TV, you burnt. You need some calamine lotion. I don't know what's going on here, but it's a mess. So anyway, moving right along, everyone's at Melissa's house and they sit down to eat and they discuss the double standards with Teresa. And Melissa says she just wants to have fun at her party and she doesn't want to have any drama. So Jennifer, Louis, and Teresa are sitting down, and Bill and they all sit down for breakfast. And Jennifer says Melissa charged at her, and she asks if Teresa thinks that's okay. And Teresa says she's going to help Jennifer and Melissa make up because Melissa is her family and Jen is her friend, and she doesn't want any issues. And Jennifer says she's not going to Melissa's pink party. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You not even fucking invited no more. She don't want you at her house because you a disrespectful little bitch, and you called her husband a bitch boy, and you said he's a crook. And his sister is sitting right there with her feet under your breakfast table, acting like that's okay. These people? I don't know where they got them from. I don't. So everyone arrives at Melissa's pink party, and Melissa asks Dolores what happened after they left Jennifer's house. And Dolores says, "Well, you charged Jennifer like you were going to hit her." And then Dolores says, "Well, I'm just saying, if you had to charge me like that, I probably would have hit you." And I'm like, you goddamn right I'm gonna charge this bitch because she just called my husband a bitch. Like, did you not hear her say that? And Dolores, you would be the first one trying to smack fire out of somebody if they talked about Frank, little peasy head ass. Girl, get out of here. You lost your damn mind. So Dolores says, "Well, I'm just saying, if you had charged me, I probably would have hit you." And then Jackie says, well, Dolores, you misconstrued my words with Jennifer. I said she shouldn't be shouldering all of the guilt and shame. I didn't say anything like directly negative about him sticking his dick in somebody, which he actually did, but whatever." And so Jackie says, "You misconstrued my words with Jennifer. I say she shouldn't be shouldering all the guilt and shame. I was actually on her side." And Dolores says, "I can't deny the things that Jennifer has said. She's said and done, but you all do gang up on her, right, Tracy? Don't you believe that?" And Tracy said, "Yeah, she does get ganged up on, but she never apologizes for anything." And Jennifer doesn't. Jennifer sticks her nose in situations with stuff that don't have nothing to do with her, and she never apologizes for the stupid shit that she say. But nobody's supposed to talk about her precious Bill and her family. Girl, get out of here. You turn it into Teresa Jr., and that's not a good look for you because you're gonna be right off the show too. So then Joe says Jennifer is evil, and he is mad that Teresa is hanging with Jennifer, and she called him a crook. And Teresa says, you're all hanging out with Margaret that's talking about my boyfriend. This is when her and Louis have arrived at this point, and they're in the bar area with Joe, and they're talking. So Joe said, "What did she say about Louis that was so bad?" All she did was ask about the video and ask, like, what was going on with it. And so Teresa says that's not the same as being, and Joe says that's not the same as being called a crook blatantly. And so Tracy, Melissa, and Tiki come in, and Tracy says, "Teresa, you have to address Jennifer for calling your brother a little bitch boy." And she says, "If I called Louis a little bitch boy, you would tell Melissa and Joe to stop talking to me and Tiki and defend Louis." And she says, no, I would be like, he's my little bitch boy. Teresa, shut the fuck up. You are lying your ass off. Because if they did that, that's exactly what would happen. You would be like, y'all better stop being her friend, or y'all better get your friend because she's talking about my boyfriend. But you could say whatever you want about everybody else. Unbelievable. I don't know how she's continuing to get away with this behavior, because even in her confessional, she's like, and Joe and Melissa better get their friend because she doesn't know what she's talking about. And she's over here questioning questioning me. No, she's not. She's giving you a blatant example that you clearly are not getting from your empty, stupid ass head. I don't know where Teresa's brain is. She must have mixed it in one of her red sauces for her pasta dishes for her cookbooks, because she is dumb as a box of rocks. I cannot deal with her empty headed ass. So she says, if so she gives that example, and then Tracy says, you have to defend your family. And like I said in Teresa's confessional, she says Tracy's trying to cause trouble and they need to stop Tracy from ruining their family. And she walks off with Louis pissed off because she don't see the comparison. She just feels like the victim yet again. Teresa, you are not the victim. You are the culprit for all of this bullshit. You're selfish. All Teresa thinks about is herself. She is so dumb. I cannot stand Teresa anymore. She used to actually be my favorite character. Now she's so dumb. I can't deal with no airhead dumb people, especially people that can't see both sides, or people that can never. She's one of those people that can never see the error of her ways ever. She's never wrong, and everybody else better stick up for her. And I'm like, but what you gonna do if somebody don't? What are you gonna do when everybody pushes you away? Because you do know that people can ice your ass out. You need them probably more than they need you. So what's gonna happen when you find out Louis really is crazy and deranged like everybody else is saying? What you gonna do? Because you're gonna be to oust your whole family over this Georgia the Jungle fool over here. What are you gonna do? Do another video begging you to come back and then lie about it later? Like he just did with that chick? Mind you, Louis, that was on video. We saw it. Dummy. You were proposing to the broad, not trying to dismiss her. Stupid ass. This is Those two are two airheads in bliss. And that's not a good scenario. I think Gia about the smartest person in their household, to be honest. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more. I This show is just really taking me here and taking me there. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody else that watches this show too. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.